What is up, eFam? Welcome back to the channel. Instagram and
It's your boy Gio. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys are scrolling through, welcome. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hype up the video, and kick it with us. Big shout outs to every single one of you guys, members, Patreon members. Really appreciate you guys for the extra love and support. You guys are truly amazing, and thank you for supporting the come up of this amazing channel.
Yes.
Today we're going to be checking out a Rolling Stone interview. This is titled BTS Talks About the Super Bowl, Arirang Battles, and Jung Kook's Explicit Lyrics.
Excited.
Very excited because we had this conversation before where it was like, what would it be if they were to perform in the Super Bowl and stuff like that. So very excited to see this title. So let's just get into it.
From Korea.
And come on.
Actually,
oh, come on.
Here we go. I need what you need, twin. I need what you need, twin.
I need what you need. I need the whole steady energy.
Guys, welcome back to the cover of Rolling Stone.
woo! We're back.
100 songs, 110 songs. I've heard from you guys that there were many songs.
120.
How do you narrow that down? How do you decide what to focus on? How many of them are finished? What are the ones that aren't on the album? What do they like? Are the ones you miss?
어떻게 될까요? 나 올해 만들었던 곡은 어떻게 될까요?
그뭐 이제 각자가 이제 뭐 쓰거나 뭐 그러지.
Which is something we've seen before where they said that whatever songs they didn't use for the album, they snatched it for themselves for their personal project. So we're going to probably, we're going to see them. Eventually, we're going to see them.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
우리 안에서 다 소진을 하겠지. 뭐 딴 데로 가기보다는.
일단 저희가 만들었던 곡들은 저희가 다 같이 모여서 듣고 회사 직원분들도 따로 다 같이 들으면서 의견 취합을 다 같이 한 것 같아요. 이 곡은 좋은 것 같다. 이 곡은 그래도 단체 앨범에 좀 결이 다른 느낌이 있지 않나 뭐 이런 식으로 의견을 내면서 한 곡 한 곡 이렇게 그 곡을 정말 다 들어봤어요. 다 같이. 예.
Does it ever become not a fight but an argument about I love this song, you don't love this song has to be on there? How intense does that discussion get? Because it's important what makes up an album.
사실 정해진 게 아무것도 없었어서 그런 일은 없었습니다.
우리끼리 그냥 우리끼리 합의해서 그냥 이야기하고.
일단은
엄청 엇갈리지 않나?
엄청 엇갈렸었지.
왜? 일단은 각자 취향이 다 달라가지고 뭐가 들어가야 된다 이런 것들에
그것 바디 투 바디만 엇갈렸지.
One More Night도 그렇지.
녹음 직전까지도 다른 곡을 집어넣겠다고 막 회의를 몇 번 했다가 결국에
Wait, what did they say about One More Night? Because
엄청 엇갈리지 않나?
엄청 엇갈렸었지.
왜? 일단은 각자 취향이 다 달라가지고 뭐가 들어가야 된다 이런 것들에
그것 바디 투 바디만 엇갈렸지.
One More Night도 그렇지.
녹음 직전까지
So they clashed on Body to Body and One More Night. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
도 다른 곡을 집어넣겠다고 막 회의를 몇 번 했다가 결국에 막 빠지고 나랑 남준이가 되게 좋아했던 곡이 있는데
곡 고를 때 말고 작업할 때.
곡 고를 때 말하는
지금 곡 고를 때 말하는 거니까.
아 그래?
사운드 있던 거.
바로 문제가 생겼죠.
There were a lot of conflicts. Like, which to go and which not to go. You know, maybe like two of us, like really strongly, claim that this song has to be album. If they have some logics or stuff, some even the major number is gonna like, this has to be song. Then it's gonna. There were like so many conflicts. I can't even remember.
So
That's crazy.
It could have been, you could have chosen 14 different songs and we would be having a whole different discussion about what kind of album this is. Is that fair to say?
무조건이죠.
무조건.
Does anyone have like one song that they're still thinking about that they can't let go?
몇 개 있지 않나?
근데 이게 있어도 저희가 말을 못 해드려요.
그런 노래
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
They're going to be used eventually, or that concept is going to be revamped for themselves or for the next BTS, project. You never know.
각자마다 몇 개 있었던 것 같아요. 이거 왜 안 들어갔어? 아쉽다 이러면서.
This album is so strong, so good, and I feel like it's, at least in part, the answer to the question that you all posed in 2022. After Butter and Permission to Dance and Dynamite, that there was a question of who BTS was and what you would do next. But I was wondering about how everyone felt about that hitting that moment and the sort of debate about what to do next?
뭐 정체성에 관련된 거는 뭐 사실 뭐 이번 앨범뿐만 아니라 계속해서 저희가 그런 것들 담아왔고 앞으로도 계속해서 담아가지 않을까. 이게 또 그 나이대마다 또 그 환경마다 계속해서 이제 생각들이 바뀌다 보니 그런 것들이 이제 계속 앨범에 들어가야 그게 이제 뭐 저희가 나아갈 방향 아닌가 그렇게 생각합니다.
뭐 사실 정체성이란 거는 늘 사실 염두를 해두고 작업을 하고 있고 이번 앨범에서는 특히나 그 정체성이 더 뭔가 보여지는 그런 앨범을 다 같이 만든 것 같고요. 그리고 사실 어떤 곡이든 뭐 버터든 다이너마이트든 퍼미션 투 댄스든 그때 그 시기에 맞춰서 할 수 있는 우리들의 음악들을 하고 계속해서 보여주고.
Wow, that's pretty interesting to see because even though they made those songs for that moment, they have a longevity because they could be played over and over again and it's a timeless piece.
Yeah.
You know? So very, very interesting for them to like, because you know they sometimes say that it's not smart for you to put a date on a song or say it's 2006, this is and this is what I did, because it's like that's gonna stay in that era.
Yeah.
You know? And obviously just saying that because in the moment that they were, you know, and what they were going through and what they felt in music, that's what they decided to go with their gut.
Yeah.
And it pretty much worked out to the point where, like I said, it just became a longevity type game because
Exactly.
a lot of their songs have that,
Yeah.
you know? So pretty interesting.
Yes. I love that.
그 음악을 통해서 뭔가 다 같이 즐길 수가 있다면은 그것만으로도 굉장히 또 좋은 의미가 아닌가라는 생각도 드네요.
So I think the only consensus we had after the military was that we all are rooted in Korea, and then we came through quite a journey, if we could call it like that. And then let's start it from there, and let's get back to some point, but let's move on for some parts. So you know, it was all about like controlling and finding some point. Musically, visually, I think we're still, you know, everyone thinks different right now. So, you know, but the Korean thing was that I think that's our identity.
I feel like there's also a push and pull in general between the rappers and the singers, and which sort of predominates. Everyone gets their shot on this album, but I feel like there's a slight rebalancing back towards the rapping, which is really very core to BTS. I wonder how conscious that was.
의도적이라기보다는 우리가 할 수 있는 선에서 뭔가 할 수 있는 것들을 많이 해보자라는 식으로 해봤기 때문에 자연스럽게 그런 뭔가 폼이 나온 것 같고, 뭐 어쨌건 그런 우리들의 어렸을 때 그런 뿌리들과 그리고 우리가 들어왔던 음악들과 이런 것들이 조금씩은 지금의 우리에게도 영향이 있지 않나라는 생각도 들고요. 네, 그냥 사실 너무 재밌게 음악하고 만들고 있어서, 네, 그리고 오랜만에 팀으로 와가지고 이렇게 하는 것도 즐겁고, 네, 그래서 더 그런 진정성이 있는 또 이번 앨범이 탄생이 된 것 같고, 오랜만에 온 만큼. 네.
I love on Hooligan. I'm obsessed with the falsetto part. You know, why this bassline so rude? You know, it's so fun to hear everyone sing it. What do you remember about coming up with that part and also distributing it among the singers?
그냥 뭐 곡율 전반적으로 사실 정국이가 좀 많이 컨트롤을 했고,
훌리건.
제가 딱 세션에 도착했을 때 그 훌리건을 딱 작업을 하고 있었고, 형 들어보라고 해가지고 들었는데, 그럼 뭐 말씀해 주신 그런 보컬 파트나 뭐 랩 파트나 너무 잘 만들어져 있는 그런 곡이었고,
그리고 노래 부를 수 있는 그걸 완전 랩라들을 위한 약간 곡이었고, 사실 보컬은 뭐 정할 필요도 없이 딱 무슨 구간이 정해져 있어가지고 4개가
전반적으로 좀 랩도 그렇고 노래도 그렇고 좀 힘을 좀 빼려고 좀 많이 한 앨범이라
좀 밸런스가 이번에 좀 좋은 것 같아요, 이번 앨범.
Who has the highest range? Who can hit the highest falsetto?
지민이 아니야?
지민이가 제일
지민이
너무 월등하게 높죠.
그래서 이번 앨범에 좀 고생 많이 했다고.
우리 팀의 영원한 약간 숙제 같은 거죠. 또 음역대가 있는 친구들이 있고 또 낮은 친구들이 있고, 이런 것들을 어떻게 조화롭게 만들어내냐가 사실 BTS 곡을 만드는 데 있어 굉장히 좀 해결을 해야 되는 부분들이 있고, 그런 것들을 잘 해결했기 때문에 또 좋은 곡들이 많이 탄생이 됐고.
저는 그래도 낮은 쪽인데 이제 많이 배웠죠. 지난 앨범들로 인해 이제 계속 배우고 나서 이제 그나마 좀 괜찮아졌는데 그래도 아직까지는 여전히 저한테는 숙제로 남아있긴 하죠.
아, 너무 잘합니다.
진성이 안 되니까 가성을 하는 거.
One of the key decisions, it seems like making this album was to include Arirang on Body to Body. How did that become part of that song?
Hin and Bang, like, which is our head director, he came up with that idea, and he and his producer edited it into one song and then gave us a listen. And then first time, nah. Second time, okay, I'm getting convinced. Third time, I think this version should be like this.
Goosebumps, wow.
Yeah.
People may forget, but you have actually sung that. It's of course not on the album, but you have sung that whole song in the past.
저희가 어디서 불렀죠?
10 years.
So they sang the whole Arirang actual song before. We
Yes.
haven't even seen that.
We gotta see that.
There's
react to
so
it.
much. And this, you know, all these interviews are opening up so much more doors for us to dig deeper into some of the stuff that we never heard of.
Exactly.
You know, so for that, I know you guys did tell me when the album dropped that they sang that song, so that's knowledge that I already knew.
Yes.
But there were songs like when we did the other interview where they were talking about what the first song they did in a garage. Like, I didn't know about that song.
Danger.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back and see that one.
Yeah.
And so there's so many different things that we're getting to learn, you know.
Yes,
So
yes,
now
yes.
we're in deep. We're super deep in there now.
Years ago, he compares.
아니 파리에서 킹콩.
그러니까
It's a haunting song, a beautiful song, 600 years old.
If you're a Korean, everyone knows the song.
Yes.
Just you know, mouth to mouth. It's not in the textbook or from the school. Just everyone just somehow gets to know the song in Korea.
That's awesome.
So that kind of makes me wonder. So because you know how they say that's the like a national anthem for them. That's what it is for them. So it makes me wonder. So obviously they don't have a national anthem, you know, because here we have one.
Yeah.
Over there, that's considered the national anthem,
Yeah.
but it's not like it's like
top.
no, not like it's top. It's not like it's like the for certain thing. I'm trying to get the right word for it.
Like
But
when you sing it in events and stuff? Is that what you're saying?
no. Like here, it's like for our national anthem, that's what even the government gives us. Over there, it's not. The government doesn't tell them that that's the national anthem. It's just that's what the people, the culture made the national anthem.
Yeah.
Does that? I can't think of the word.
I think that's even better because it's culture based.
Yeah.
You know, it's taught from, like you said, from generation to generation. And you have to be like rooted and born and raised to understand what he's saying. It's kind of like, you know, like you got to be a member.
Yeah.
You cannot just come and play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that it's not taught in school is not passed on from the government or they, you know, it's the fact that it's culture to culture makes it more meaningful.
And it even has a dance too, because you know the ladies, they do this with the dress and all that. So it has like a lot of culture in it. So it's cool.
Yeah, it's
cool.
meaningful.
And I told you before, we were not we couldn't reach a specific consensus even after the military. So, but I told you, like, it's there was one thing that
I'm so sorry. I gotta point this out, and I'm gonna continue to point this out. But you can tell the difference when someone is interviewing, and these are just bot questions that you're asking, because he already answered this, and he said it twice in his sentence. I already told you that this is this, and I told you before that you know. So it's not a natural conversation, and you could even see with their demeanor, like they're just there because it's just something they have to do instead of something that they're gonna be having fun with and be themselves on. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna point it out every time. But like I said, the hot ones is the best one so far.
we all know that we are all from, you know, rooted in Korea, and the label like also talked a lot about the things what we want to do next for the 2.0, and they taught us all the histories about Howard.
Yeah.
It was in 1896.
Yeah.
exactly 130 years ago. The funny thing is that there were 7 guys took the ship to record the first song with the Korean lyrics and Korean voice. So I think it's very, we felt like this is a kind of destiny and like a time machine, like they were sending to us maybe. So if we claim ourselves, our next chapter as, you know, like a new Arirang, then I think it could symbolize us very well, and it's gonna be really cool.
The resonance is really cool.
Yes.
The Howard thing is amazing. Like
That was an amazing idea.
But the song "Aliens" is at least a double entendre. It's like you guys are so cool and so unique. You're like space aliens, but there's also an element you're talking about, sort of the idea of being seen as foreign when you go abroad.
I call that. When we first did the reaction to that song, that's what I felt like the song really meant. Like, it wasn't about, because we did hate, like, oh, maybe it's like because of Jin, when he like the spaceship stuff and all the stuff that he likes to do, or astronaut stuff, I guess you could say. And for us, when we saw the lyrics, it was kind of like, they're foreigners.
They feel like, yeah.
In this country, someone that's not American is considered an alien. So, it just made sense.
It did.
So, man, I'm so glad we are who we are. Because we know this stuff.
I think both things are happening in that song. Tell me about that metaphor and that song coming together.
형 아닌가?
원래는 가사가 에일리언이 아니라
endless.
endless였는데 그게 endless가 이제 에일리언으로 바꿨으면 좋겠다고 아이디어를 내서 에일리언으로 바꿨죠.
남주 형이 아이디어를 내주셨잖아요.
The original theme was endless. So I was like, endless, like something like that. And the song was really catchy. It sounded nice with Mike Will made it. He's a crazy producer. He's so great. But like it's something endless. Okay, maybe we need a more sharper, edgy theme. And I don't know, like someone who came up with that idea, but endless and aliens, they sound really similar. So we changed to aliens, and I wrote the lyrics with, what if we just, we just claim ourselves as aliens to all those foreigners abroad, and just saying like, brother, please get your slides, indoors, because, I know you guys go to the hotel bed with your shoes on, and that's so dirty. And it's something, just a little like a humor and like sarcasm like that.
Which is true, by the way. It is disgusting. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, so we just, since this album is about the being proud as Korean and an Asian, we try to put some the materials that we, only have. That we are Koreans and we're from the Far East Asia.
If you're aliens, I think there's a hope that maybe you'll land your ship at the Super Bowl next year. I'm wondering how you guys feel about that. For some reason, after Bad Bunny is of course American.
It was so cool.
And it was so amazing. But I think the idea of a non-English language Super Bowl halftime show, suddenly people were thinking, well, why not BTS? So I wonder how you all feel about that.
That would be amazing. I would love to see that.
I would love to see that too, to be honest. For the record, I think anybody should be able to perform at the Super Bowl only because, it gives...
Music is universal.
Exactly. And to be honest, it's going to be a very painful thing to see because all the Americans are going to be absolutely upset. I mean, let's be real here and think about the same situation what happened with Bad Bunny. We had, the original Super Bowl performance, but we also had the alternative performance where people that didn't want to see Bad Bunny because he was not going to speak English in his songs, they went to go see that.
Right.
Yeah. To be honest, it flopped. But regardless, the intent was there of people that were not supportive because of the culture, because of his language.
Yeah,
So if you think about it in a certain way, because I'm going to be completely honest, once again, come after me if you want, but Bad Bunny is played a lot in the U.S. BTS is not played a lot in the U.S. On the radio is what I'm talking about.
It would be
in the
very
clubs,
much more controversial.
Exactly. So it would be way more controversial. And Army has to be ready for that. We know, which we will, because it is what it is, because we just love music for music.
Right.
But it's going to be 10 times more what Bad Bunny felt towards them.
Oh, yeah.
So,
definitely.
But I would love to see it, to be honest, because I feel like they have a lot of songs that would be very like inspirational, especially for
Aliens would be number one, I would say.
Yeah, and especially because there's always like, you know, it starts off with a hype song and then it ends with something where everyone feels inspired and ready to go into the second half.
They have that.
And they have all of the same thing. So they could definitely do it. But it's going to be a battle. A big battle. But I'm ready for it.
불러주셔야 가죠, 일단.
일단 너무 과분한 그런
Almost too dangerous.
너무
말씀 너무 감사합니다.
Even they know.
사실 뭐 어떤 아티스트든 사실 꿈의 무대이기도 하고 슈퍼볼이라는 거. 특히나 더 그쪽 문화권에 있는 아티스트들한테도 더 되게 엄청난 무대인 거라서 사실 저희는 저희 할 것들을 일단은 열심히 하고 거기에 맞게끔 주어진 대로 뭔가들을 많이 앞으로 헤쳐 나아가지 않을까라는 생각이 들어요. 네.
무대를 봤는데 되게 멋있는 무대더라고요. 그래서 상상을 하긴 해요. 우리는 퍼포먼스가 꽤 많은 그룹인데 만약에 우리가 한다면 저기서 우리는 어떤 무대를 할 수 있을까라고 상상을 하는데 그거는 이제 저희를 불러주셨을 때의 영역이니까 뭐 언젠가 기회가 된다면 또 기회를 한번 노려보도록 하겠습니다.
And Jung Kook, you grimaced when I said Super Bowl.
하고는 싶은데 뭐 불러주셔야 할 수 있는 거니까.
Jung Kook was almost there because, you know, Usher invited him before the military.
Oh.
But yeah, it didn't work out because he went to military.
Oh.
So, you know.
But he also did, so Jung Kook has performed at a soccer event, like a global soccer event, because he has a song that's kind of like a Shakira song where he had, I forgot what song it was, but it was playing all over, like World Cup. That's what it was playing all over. I forgot the song's name, but he has a song that's similar to that vibe.
And that's
so he performed there, but that's pretty cool. So he almost was there then.
That is so exciting to know. I did not know that.
Me either.
It's like officially, unofficially, I think it's the best event and show stage, you know, in the whole world. And Bad Bunny, he was amazing. And I know he's from Puerto Rico and he's also an American. So I think there was kind of context between all of that and the flow of the everything. But yeah, we always like thought of like, what if we, you know, like do some parts in the Super Bowl? Maybe we could like collaborate with other artists like the Coldplay and like Bruno Mars did and like Lady Gaga did with this time with Bad Bunny. You know, maybe if the time goes by and the thoughts in the people get to change, you know, all of the people in the world are watching like Parasite, all those great things like Korean culture. So, you know, if there's a chance, then definitely want to someday.
And that's true. There's a lot of things that we watch that are, you know, from their culture that, you know, we don't take in consideration because it doesn't necessarily have to be Korean culture, but let's say we grew up on Dragon Ball Z, you know, type thing. And it's like, we know, like, you know, anime, we know their culture, not, I guess, Asian culture more so. So we get to know that more. So as we get older, for people to start hating them, it's kind of like, why?
Yeah.
Or, you know, like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I think that's why in Los Angeles especially, I love living here because there's a lot of different cultures and we all coincide with each other. Obviously, there's always going to be bad apples. There's going to be people that ruin that and make it seem like it's not that. But I can honestly say that it's really cool because we've been to, you know, the little sections that everybody has.
Yeah.
We've been to Little Tokyo, Chinatown, and it's always love. It's not like they look at us crazy, like, what are they doing here? Like, they're really nice people, and we're nice to them, obviously, and stuff like that. So, you know, I love living here because we're very diverse in our cultures, you know?
The community is very together.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Cool. It's like our corner neighbor, you know, he's a nice person.
Yeah.
He always gives our daughter like pandas and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like
he travels to China, so he brings me some ointment sometimes.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, so it's crazy, but I would love to see it.
I wanted to ask what you all thought the first time you heard the lyrics to Jung Kook's great song.
I want to
7,
see this.
The explicit version. Since he's the youngest of the band, if you were shocked or amused, or if you gave him shit on text or what.
다 컸다.
He's all grown up.
거기 어떤 가사가 있어?
What are the lyrics?
일주일 내내 널 사랑할 거야?
뭐지? Love you 뭐지? Love you.
원래는
Originally.
여기인데 이제
It's a sore word.
착한 버전이 이제 love you고
fuck 아니었어? 그게?
그러니까
그건
그러니까 love you 하나 이 뭐지?
맞아요.
그러니까 뭐야 가사가 정확하게 기억이 안 나서.
Love you on a 7 days a week.
So it was F word before love, and a label wanted to change it to love. It was originally F word, but I told the label, please don't change. Like why not? He's all grown up. He can sing. He can sing an F word.
Love you on a 7 you right이다.
그러니까.
Were you at all shy to have them all hear that?
제일 부끄러웠을 것 같아.
부끄러운 건 없었고요. 뭐 어때? 이런 느낌이었어요.
When on 2.0, you know, you talk about trying to leapfrog, and basically you're addressing theoretical competitors, you know, people trying to keep...
Going back to that lyric, I always have said this, and I'm gonna stick to it, that's my favorite version, just because it just is what it is, you know, kind of taking it like he just took it like, okay, so what? Yeah, so what? Like, it's a song, that's what I wanted to put. It is what it is. It's explicit. Yeah. And plus, you're making a song with Lotto. Like, do you guys know Lotto's music? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what she said in her lyrics in that song? Like, come on now.
Keep up with you. But it's weird because you don't... I was trying to think who those competitors will be. That you're in your own category.
뭐 그렇다기보다는 결국 우리의 경쟁 상대는 우리라고 생각이 들어서 우리의 다음 스텝은 무엇인가, 그러니까 우리의 그 전의 모습을 어떻게 깰 것인가를 저는 좀 생각을 했었던 것 같아요. 그래서 사실 조금 더 여유롭고 뭔가 좀 그냥 좀 가볍게 하는데 멋이 있는 그런 것들을 좀 추구하려고 많이 노력을 했고, 그런 식으로 또 작업도 했고, 2.0라는 곡이 또 굉장히 또 재밌게 나오지 않았나. 그리고 또 퍼포먼스도 또 그동안 해왔던 그런 BTS의 모습과는 달리 또 다른 여유 있는 모습을 또 보여주고 있는 것 같아서 거기에 맞게끔 또 잘 나온 것 같고. 네.
그 맨 처음 곡 작업을 할 때 키워드를
잠깐만. 너 콧물 나왔네.
Your nose is running.
여기 이렇게 나와 있었어요.
땡큐. 일단은 2.0가 왜 웃지? 일단 2.0가 호비 형이 일단은 아이디어를 만들어줬어요. 이제 2.0라는 키워드 어때를 호비 형이 던지고 나서 그거 좋은데 해서 이제 2.0라는 그런 주제로 이렇게
애초에 세션에 이렇게 있었는데
그쵸.
B, J, 호, 정국 있었는데 그때는 이제 사실
정국이 자고 있을 거
세션이다 보니까
너무 좋네.
The infamous story of him sleeping. Dude.
아니 그게 비트만 들으면은 진짜 와, 저 죽을 맛이었어.
근데 그만큼 되게 칠하게 나온 것 같아. 나는 그 기분을 담아서
재밌었어요.
나온 것 같아.
마늘방에서 계속 나오는데 스네어가 땅땅땅땅땅땅땅.
그쵸. 계속 그것만 했었어.
Sugar, so many cool producers on this album, and I know you're a producer yourself. And I'm curious, you know, some moments where maybe you learned something from from a Kevin Parker, or you know, things that may have, or maybe where they learned from you, because that's very possible too.
확실히 좀 이 작업 방식이 워낙 이제 뭐 미국 친구들이 워낙 좀 자유롭고 또 워낙 잘하다 보니까 저도 뭐 엄청 많이 배웠고 또 그 친구들이 음악에 접근하는 방식도 되게 좀 새로웠고 그래서 되게 엄청 재밌게 작업을 많이 한 것 같아요.
Fire is such an incredible song, but I think that's the one where you where there's a mention of both Michael Jackson and Britney Spears. And I was wondering if some of you might want to talk about their impact.
So, I mean, they are, you know, they're just truly icons. And Fire's just started from the word fire because it was the most used words out of the whole session. Like when somebody likes a a beat or a word or an outfit, then it's like, that's fire.
He's telling us.
That's fire. That's
I love that.
I love how
love
he's telling
it.
us. It's
Yeah.
so sweet. I know I'm sure he got it from the producer.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, okay, that he got, very influenced.
Yeah, he got very, you could tell. And we were talking about that today, actually, with some of the songs. We were like, you could tell that, and we've said this in the reaction too, but you could tell that they got very, very influenced, because we even talked about how they're talking about hitting licks, and then pop, 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 pop. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You were in LA and you got very, very influenced
cool.
with
It's
the
cool
lifestyle
to see
here.
that. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, and it's cool because like, honestly, I, for one, don't mind if someone takes, let's say, our culture and they get influenced and they make fire music out of it.
Yeah, we love his culture too.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love that he was influenced, that he was able to use it in his music. So that's fire.
And for instance, honestly, I'm a very big fan of their fashion. So it's like, for me, it's like, oh, well, I'm kind of taking their fashion and putting it onto myself, Usually it does, and all that. But anyway, so yeah.
Fire.
It's like 100 times a day. We hear it like every day, and then everybody started to use the word.
So you're almost making fun of the American producers by saying, but because they keep saying it, right?
Yo, that's fire, bro. That's fire,
I say
man.
that so much.
So we're trying to copy them, like, yo, that's fire too, So I just use that word into a song. It just perfectly matched the beat. And then
and the other word that he said, twin.
Yeah.
Twin. I need what you need, twin. Yeah. It's like, what? You just use that word? That's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
I just hope it could be like a nuts song, like just mosh pit. Everyone could just jump and just doing the mosh pit thing. And then why we use the Britney and Michael Jackson is because they are truly icons and nobody just doesn't know them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
2.0 was almost addressed at yourselves, you said. But I mean, if I think of any competition for you, I think of, Taylor Swift, Harry Styles, Bruno Mars. If there's any competition, that's who it is.
They're greater artists than us. We're just so small. We're just a boy band from.
They're being so modest.
They're being humble.
They're being very, very humble. Very humble. But I mean, the numbers don't really lie. Yeah. Because if you look at the charts, it clearly has surpassed them. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that the Swifties don't have their own thing going, and all the other respectable people that he mentioned.
I love that answer. Very respectful.
Yeah.
Like, they're, we would love to work with them.
Yeah.
But next to them, we're,
yeah.
They feel like they don't compare. So that's very humble of them. So that's awesome.
But they do. Let's be real here.
Korea. And
come on.
And actually,
come on.
Actually, 2.0 is, it's about a lot of things. I also thought about haters.
That's
just
right.
There are still, I think there are really people who just pray with a bottle of water in their home and then just please, BTS, just go fall down. Just please, BTS, just break apart and collapse. I think there are people, something like that.
There's a lot of people like that.
There is a lot of haters. I agree.
A lot of haters, and
people wish on your downfall, pray on your downfall, and they go out of their ways. They go out of their way to bash you, to make you feel like crap. So you just don't do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's crazy.
The beautiful thing about ARMY is that they protect them, even though I'm sure they read, sometimes bad stuff, and that's what kind of gets them a little bit, in their feelings, in their lives. We get to see anything that's bothering them. They'll talk about it and stuff like that. So it's definitely something that I will never understand, is the hater mentality, because in all actuality, how can you hate on someone when you're not even trying to do what they're doing? Like, they have a goal in life that they're achieving, accomplishing things by things. It's like, are you hating because you're trying to do that? But it doesn't even make sense, because let's say an auntie, if they don't like them just because they're them, then it's like, how does that even bother you? Like, you don't even truly know them.
That's the thing about hate. You don't understand, because it's not about it's just people just hate.
I have questions, you know, like I almost feel like asking if you're a hater
and answer these questions.
Yeah, like because I've seen comments, you know, where people are not even from this community. They just come here and leave, let's say, a negative comment, and not even towards us sometimes. It's like towards who we're reacting to. And it's like, why? What is that about? Like, you really took the time out of your day to come here, write a paragraph, send it, and leave. It's like you really have nothing else to do with your life. Like you're that low in life that you go on the internet to bash on people who have no idea you exist in this world. Are you crazy? I will never understand that.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely crazy.
It's just we're thinking about, you know, it's like, okay, guys, for 2-3 years, we have been apart, like, you know, to all the ministry, and 3 years passed, and people are still, you know, there are armies like waiting for us. The world is waiting for us. So you guys had your little fun, and then knock, knock, and pew, pew, and bye. That's it.
That's it.
BTS.
All nice.
Collects.
He's like, pew, pew. That's it. All nice about it.
Thanks so much for joining me. And again, welcome back to the cover of Rolling Stone.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I liked it. I mean, you know.
Yeah, he had good questions. I got to learn something new, and that's good because, you know, that's the whole point of interviews is getting to know them a different way or something new, at least something new, because everybody asks the surface level questions and no one ever gets to get new answers.
Into depth on who they are. But
exactly.
It was bad. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I really enjoyed it.
If you guys want to put in your input on anything that they said, let us know in the comment section below.
Yeah.
Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.